It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dancing, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to isupk.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover, and it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends, because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Shalom, shalom. You in live with the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Captain 10,000, not the Isupk Isupk, under Commander General Yohana. Shalom, shalom. We in here. We in here. Shalom, shalom. Y'all by Shemel Shah Brakathar. Brakatham. Shem Shah Brakathar. Y'all with Shemal done by Shemel Shah. All the brothers and sisters. Kwayala Yagadar. All right. Trooper Young. Sister Shikal. Shalom. Sister Hadassah. Yahweh Shemal Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Everybody get ready. Make sure that you stay ready. Another round of snow supposed to be coming from Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday. Everybody make sure that you're ready. All right. Let's get it on. Give everybody a chance to get in here. The tensions is turning up. I don't know if you've seen, but God called the oppressor the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that's so prevalent. Does anybody know what the oppressor did in Norway with the white man from America? What he did in Norway? Does anybody know what just happened? They got ICE agents in Italy. They exporting ICE like a paramilitary organization, like Blackwater. They shipping ICE out the country, like ICE is representing America. They got regular January 6th Proud Boy nuts. They tried to storm the Ecuadorian embassy. For those of you that don't know, what embassy means, that you in the territory of that country. Well, they tried to go into the Ecuador embassy so that they could hunt and harass and do their Nazi work inside the damn embassy. You understand? Like, our oppressor just does not have a conscience. He's an animal, been turned loose. He's on the loose. You understand? So you definitely want to be aware. Anybody know in Norway what just happened? Because in Norway, Shalom sis, Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem Yahweh Shah. In the country of Norway, they snuck United States Marines in a jet that was labeled New England Patriots. Everybody heard of the New England Patriots, the football team, right? Well, they in the New England Patriots football team jet, they put the Marines in the damn football jet. Everybody make sure you hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Everybody get those likes up. Hit the likes. Make sure you share. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shemal Ataba Shem Yahweh Shah. All right. They snuck the Marines. They snuck them into the country. The country is on the lookout to make sure that, don't no evil happen, to make sure that the United States don't send no troops in there because they done threatened to invade Greenland, and they don't know what this senile president is going to do. He's threatening to take Greenland. So far, all the threats he said, he's made good on those threats. You understand? So what ends up happening is they get the surprise when the New England Patriots show up in Norway. And then what ends up happening, the damn Marines come off the plane. Like, our oppressor is the most diabolical. Like, he is absolutely not trustworthy. Like, he is not trustworthy. When God called the so-called white man the devil that the Bible speaks of, God meant it. God meant it. When he said this is the devil, like, the Lord meant it for sure. See if I can get a picture there. Y'all got any questions? Let's put your questions in the chat there so we can get to them. Like, when the scriptures say, the strength of his power, it shall stand. The course of his action shall stand in whatever strength, whatever power he has, he gonna do. If he got enough manpower to do it, he gonna do it. He don't care about rules, laws, judges, courts, people telling him no, it's illegal. We got laws, there's rules. He don't give a damn about none of that. That means nothing to him. To you, that means something. To him, it's a suggestion that if you want to, take a look at these laws and these rules, might be something good to, to brush up on, because you're breaking a lot of laws and rules. You don't give a damn about any of that. And this is exactly what the Lord said, what would be happening and going on leading up to the return of Christ. You understand? Leading up to the return of Christ, this is exactly what was prophesied. That's why Christ said this in Matthew chapter 10. He said these things to give us a warning because they were lying on him. The purpose for lying on Christ that the Christian church does is such a dangerous thing because it puts us in such a disadvantage because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's happening. Our people living day to day just guessing. We didn't know that the oppressor, the Cubans that voted for I will vote for Donald Trump, they didn't know. The tribe of Manasseh figured that they had white privilege because a lot of them are able to blend in with white people. And a lot of our Latino brothers and sisters and a lot of our own different tribes figured that because of their skin color, that meant that they had a better standing. And for a time, they were able to live and operate in such a way where they could fly under the radar so that nobody actually knew, or so that they thought that no one knew, and they would not be treated like the children of the slaves. And they figured that they were better than the Mexicans, than the Latinos who were quote unquote known for doing field work, like working in the fields, picking cotton, cutting sugar cane. For those of you that don't know, Latinos did and still do pick cotton in the United States of America, and the conditions in a cotton field have not improved since the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Gad was in the field in slavery under this oppressor picking cotton in America. The conditions have not improved. There's still no bathrooms, no shade, no breaks, no rest. It's a very harsh environment, and they still do it. They also pick oranges in the same environment. strawberries, tomatoes, everything that's in your produce aisle in your grocery stores, a lot of that is farmed and picked by our Latino brothers and sisters. And there were other Latinos that figured that this was not their problem because they were able to pass for white and they were able to get white privilege, so that they thought a lot of different tribes, the tribe of Simeon in certain cases, figured that they were light because many brothers were lighter than the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians, and they had a more favorable advantage than the Haitians were treated because they overthrew the slave masters, the French, and got their freedom, which they would have been punished for many times over. So did Jamaica, punished many times over. And a lot of our family throughout the Caribbean, the tribe of Benjamin in the West Indian Islands, you understand? And in Trinidad and Jamaica, and throughout the Grenada and the Grenadines and Barbados, have been thoroughly punished by the white man because we got free. Not just because of the slave revolts, but for many reasons. And now what ends up happening is how well the oppressor has treated some people, made the other tribes believe that this was not their problem. Like right now, a lot of the tribe of Judah believes that this is not their problem, that ICE is attacking Mexicans and Venezuelans, the tribe of Issachar and Asher and Zebulon, our Central American brothers and sisters in Guatemala and El Salvador and Honduras. They figure that this isn't their problem, just like the fake Black Panthers or the real Black Panthers, whoever the hell pretending to be Black Panthers there now, that were just told that they no longer allowed to be Black Panthers anymore, whatever the hell's going on over there. But they said that, you know, we gonna work with ICE to try to help capture Latinos because this is not our problem and it's lucrative. You understand? Christ gave us instructions. If you are in any group, in any church, in any mosque, in any religion, and you are not in the Isupk, you do not know what's coming next. You don't know what you're supposed to do. You have not properly prepared your sons and your daughters, your mothers and your fathers. You are not trained or prepared to lead for what is coming next. This is a very spiritual thing. It's a time that Commanding General Yohana, under the orders and instructions of the Most High in Christ, has prepared us for decades, since the 60s. We've been prepared, you understand? All right. Like, that's very important. Let's get there. Here's what Christ said. Christ said in Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17, Christ is our guide. He said, think not that I come to destroy the law and the commandments that God gave through Moses, that he gave to Adam, but Moses had them physically written down. He said, I am not come to destroy the prophets. He said, I didn't come to destroy the writings and the work of the law of Moses and the prophets. Shalom, Jim Shebragatham. I didn't come to destroy them. I came to fulfill. I came to make sure that you knew that this was true, that the Lord sent them, just like the Lord sent me. And I'm not coming to do something different, something separate. I'm coming to continue the work that the Lord set them on. You understand? That's what Christ was explaining, that they've been lying on him about for thousands of years. All right? He said, I've not come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Shalom ya tawab, Tazarah. Shalom ya tawab. Say, I didn't come to destroy, I came to fulfill. Yah 12 and 9. You understand? Salaki, I think I got it backwards. It should be 9 and 12. Salaki. No, I'm in the wrong book. Salaki. It's Jeremiah. Should be Jeremiah 12 and 9. These speckled bird. Is that 12 and 9? Popping up. Let's see. There you go.
Con, sir.
Excellent. All right.
The book of Jeremiah, 12, verse 8. Slacky, verse 9. Verse 9.
9. Yep.
Book of Jeremiah 12 and verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
The Lord said his heritage, his people, Israel is my heritage. The Lord said his heritage is unto him. When he looks at his heritage, he sees the speckled bird. Why does he say it's a speckled bird, Tazarah? Why does he say speckled bird, not Tazab? Shalom. Why does he call it a speckled bird, sisters? Not Sha'araka. Why does he call it a speckled bird, Shakal? Why? Why would God say this about his heritage? You understand? Tharapa'ah. Why would he say that, sister? Ayun. Why would he say it? What would prompt the Lord to say this, Hadassah? Why would God in the Bible say my heritage is as a speckled bird? What does that even mean? What is he talking about? Give y'all a second there. What is the Lord talking about? There you go. Quick on the trigger. It's damn near not fair, brother. You over there in Mexico. That ain't fair. But that's right. We are different shades. We all look there. That's correct. We have never all been the same skin color. We've always had dark-skinned brothers and sisters. We've always had light-skinned brothers and sisters. We've had big brothers. We've had small brothers, short brothers, straight hair, curly hair, afro braids, all kind of lips and noses and hips and sizes. There is no standard look of an Israelite. There's characteristics to describe us in the Bible so that we can be distinguished from the other nations of people. But that's right, Sister Raya. We all have so much variety to us, and we look different. That doesn't mean you're different. And for a very long time, because of slavery, because of Christianity, the fact that many of our Native American and Latino brothers that the world would readily recognize as Native American or Latino, because there's a lot that have passed for the tribe of Judah, that have passed for other tribes that many people are unaware are actually Native Americans. I'll give you a prime example. Michael Jackson, that entire Jackson family, Michael, Janet, all of Joe Jackson's kids, those are Gadites. They're not the tribe of Judah. That whole Jackson family, Thriller, Off the Wall, all of it. Anytime, any place, Control, Rhythm Nation, all of that. Those are Gadites. But to the world, the Jackson family is a regular black African-American family. According to the seed of their fathers, they are the tribe of Gad. Snoop Dogg is another Gadite. According to the world, Snoop Dogg is a regular African-American, Afro-American, according to him. But he is also the tribe of Gad, I believe. You understand? But to the world would not recognize the Jackson family as Native Americans because they don't stereotypically look the way that a Native American, according to Esau, said that they are supposed to look. You understand? And because of this, we have adopted identities based on trivial, frivolous things, like your nose and your lips and your skin, and do you have rhythm, and can you cook, can you dance, all kind of silly, stupid things. Songs of Solomon, or was it not desired by the California as, could Songs of Solomon 4:1 be used as a precept? Let's take a look. Songs of Solomon 4:1. These values have come from the white man. Skin color should have never separated us. What separated us is the white man oppressing us. Songs of Solomon 4:1, it says, behold, thou art fair. Fair meaning beautiful, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Not thou art white, thou art beautiful, my love. Thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. You understand? Meaning your locks are beautiful. Your hair. Thy hair is as a flock of goats that appear from Mount Gilead. That's a bit of a stretch. You're going to have to explain it. But it says you got locks. You got hair as the goats. It says your locks are bushy like the raven. And in another scripture, it says your hair is like a goat. Some of the sisters' hair is like goat's hair. You understand? Some sisters got straight hair. Some sisters got bushy hair, like afros. You understand? He get very, very, you understand, specific. Let me see if I can get bushy like the raven for you. That's a good precept you brought up, brother Tawada. Bushy. Songs of Solomon 5:1. It says his head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. Meaning some brothers and sisters got bushy hair. Some brothers and sisters got goat hair. All kind of different textures, and 4C and 1C, 2C, and all of these different strands. That never meant you were a different race of people. Your skin color never determines what your nationality was. The oppressor separated us by skin color, by how you looked, by your hips, by your this, by your that. But God does not separate us by this. You understand? And we got to unlearn that garbage, because the time for us to hide and be an American and Venezuelan and Cuban and Mexican and Puerto Rican, the time for that is over. All of these titles and divisions that we got came from the white man. We were never divided before. This division came from oppression. You understand? And for too long, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have been divided by frivolous things, drug territory, fighting over language. Latinos speaking the language of a white man who enslaved them. We speaking the language of a white man who enslaved us. Some of our tribes speaking the language of a white man from Portugal, a white man from France, a white man from Germany, a white man from Italy, a white man from Spain. You understand? These are not our culture and customs. What the Lord gave us is in the Bible. And it is beyond time that all of our tribes come back together in the Isupk to return to the culture and heritage that our forefathers were given from the Lord. You understand? Read what you got again, Yaquab. The water not dissolved.
Jeremiah 12,
again,
verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
The Lord said, this is how I look at my heritage. You said, this is how it is to me. I'm calling it a speckled bird. It belongs to me. It's not somebody else's heritage. These are my people. Keep going.
The birds round about are against her.
The Lord equates his people as a bird. And he said the other birds that are round about her, meaning the other nations of people that are around us, they are gathered against us. The Somalis, the Arabs, the Africans, the East Indians, the Asians, the Lord said that they are gathered against us. We didn't say it. I'm not saying it. God said it. You understand? God made all people. If he say that they are against us, then you'd better believe that they are against us. Whether you know it, whether you understand it, whether you like to believe it, whether it make you upset, we had better start to change our outlook on things versus what we feel and can understand, and get it back to in line with what the Lord said. Because the prophecies that God said in the Old Testament, Christ did not say they were done away with. And now these prophecies are coming to pass, and our people is in the middle trying to guess our way through it. These are dangerous times. Now is not the time to not know what to do. All right. Most High in Christ. You finished that? Take me to Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Yaquab. All right.
The book of Jeremiah.
Jeremiah
Chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth.
The Bible said that the real Jews are in a state of mourning. Judah mourneth.
And the gates thereof languish.
and the gates, the protection thereof. The protection that we're supposed to have is weak. It's falling down. It's destroyed. You understand? The things that's supposed to make us safe. How were the Somalis able to steal $1 billion? You know why? Because they got good protection. They got good insulation. You weren't allowed to get on the news and get on the TV talking bad about the Somalis until now. They didn't just steal $1 billion last week. It took time to steal $1 billion. It took patience. It took skill. It took effort. You couldn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be Bernie Madoff and steal $1 billion. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. You understand? What happened? They've been gathered against us, just like the Lord said. The Lord said the other nations, the other birds are gathered against my bird. That's what the Lord said. Keep going.
They are black.
The Lord said the Jews are black. Black how? Black in their music, black how they dance, black in their food. Black how, brother?
Unto the ground.
Unto the ground. The Lord said that his heritage are black unto the ground. Meaning we always been different shades of brown. We were never one shade. When you dig up in the earth, you get a dark sandy brown, a cocoa brown, a chocolate brown, all kinds of different browns. A very light sand brown. You understand? That doesn't mean that you're a different race of people. That doesn't mean that you're a different category, a different something. The oppressor told us we were different. Now that ICE is on the street hunting people, you find out that blacks and Latinos ain't all that damn different to the police. They snatch and kill a Latino and body slam him up against the car and body slam Abuela, and you understand, and snatching babies out their parents' arms, just like they've been doing to us since forever. Why? Because the Lord said we the same people. We may not have thought we were the same because Christian preachers upheld the lies and the myths that blacks and Latinos were separate. Church divided us. There's Latino churches, there's black churches, there's black Catholics, and there's Latino Catholics. Why the hell are blacks and Latinos going to separate places? Why don't we speak each other's language? The reason we don't speak each other's language is because a white man separated our family. That's why. If not for a white man who separated our family, we would have been able to communicate with each other. We did just fine. We would have been able to fix and deal with all of our problems if not for the oppressor who exploits beef and creates issues to divide a family so that he can steal from everyone. You understand? Same way he's doing with Iran. Same way he did in Libya. Same way he uses his political machine to stir up strife and controversy, like in Korea and Vietnam. Everywhere he goes, he does this. That's why it's important that we as a people, as blacks and Latinos, come under the protection of the Lord and keep his commandments. It's important. We don't have protection from the Lord without obeying him. We can go become Black Panthers. We can become the Nation of Islam. We can go and get guns and march on the street and protest and become legislators and become the mayor and the governor and all of these things. But none of this is a substitute for having the Lord be on our side. The scriptures say, if God be for us, who can be against us? The problem is the Lord is not on our side as a people, because as a people, we are not obeying him. That's the problem. You understand? And we have to change that. You finished on that scripture?
La, sir, it's a little more.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a little
finish.
more. It's a little more, sir. And the
Keep reading,
cry,
brother.
and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Our cry has gone up because we don't have good leadership and protection. You understand? You know what's going on. It's wrong how they snatched up that brother Nicolas Maduro, but you have to understand something. Why in the hell, as Commander Junior Hanna brought out, why does he control a sovereign country? And in control of a sovereign country, how are there brothers and sisters that are starving? Like, how are brothers and sisters not able to eat? You could take 20 acres and plant all the fruit trees, all the apple trees, all the peach and pear trees, all the coconut and banana trees. You could import and raise goats, sheep, hens, chickens, cattle. Our Latino brothers come to America and completely cause America's agriculture system to thrive. How is that possible? That in their own land, brothers and sisters are short on food. How are you in the tropics short on food? When you can't raise and farm your own fish, when you're on an island in the water, can't raise your own sheep, your own cattle, that is because we have elected officials. You understand? Elected officials and not the men that God set up. That's why Christ said, I didn't come to do away with God's laws. God's laws are permanent, and they are the proper way that we should go as a people. Everything we need is inside of those laws. We just got to turn back and obey the Most High. You understand? Take me to Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 15, Yaquan. Of course, anybody got any questions, type them in the chat there. We get to it.
The book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 15. The Most High, thy power, will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee.
The Lord said he would raise up a prophet, meaning an actual man of God that speaks the words that the Lord said, not somebody making stuff up, not nobody freestyling, someone that the Lord actually sent that has his power and his authority and his instruction and the foresight that comes with obeying God. It's not guessing his way through stuff. That's what's in the ISUPK. You're not sure what's going on outside of here. You guess it. You go join some Israelite group. You have your Passover. Some brother put a damn Thanksgiving ham on the table. Got the Lord's name written on his shirt in Lashuan Kodash, eating pork chops and slicing the Passover ham. Just a complete abomination before the Lord. Why? Because you guess it. You don't know what's the right way to go. And the Lord don't want you to guess. Guessing is a dangerous thing. That's why we make it very clear, because the Lord wants it to be very clear. If you are not in the ISUPK, you are not in the truth. You are not authorized to teach the Bible. The Lord is not with you. No one should be following you. You should not be teaching. You are doing a great disservice to any brother and sister that sincerely wants to come and serve God. And instead of them finding their way to the truth, to the home of the truth, they find you and your version and what you like and what you agree with and what sits right with your spirit. And you lead brothers and sisters astray up until the point where we end up finding out that you prostituting your wife on the internet and she running in your backside with a damn fake rod, or that you're teaching rape in your congregation, or you're getting prostitutes, or you're bringing in Hamites, you're bringing in white women and Asians and Arabs. You're going to Africa just like a church. You're sending rod pics to all your leadership in your purple group. You're forcing brothers to dress up like candy canes for $1,500 to wear your special outfit, $500 to wear your gay purple outfit, like you robbing and extorting brothers because they don't know better. You're robbing sisters because they don't know better. That's why in the ISUPK, we tell everyone, if you are not in this body, you are not in the truth. And anybody else that you are following is robbing and exploiting you in your ignorance. We make it very clear. You understand? All right, you got that? Yaquab, what you holding?
Come. Of thy brethren.
Of thy brethren. Of thy brethren. One of your people. You understand? That's who you're supposed to follow. You aren't looking for somebody that you've never seen before. One of your brethren whom you see, that's who the Lord is going to raise up. Not somebody coming from his community, dropping into your community saying, you know, we're going to fix everything here. We're going to get it running. You vote for me. You know, that's not how things are supposed to go. We've been trying that motto since the 80s, and it has absolutely failed us. Now it's time to get back and try the Lord's way. All right. Keep going.
Like unto me.
Just like me. Someone just like you, just like me. We are the same. You can't try to have someone who's not the same as you deal with your issues and your problems. It has to be one of thy brethren. And it has to be someone that the Lord appointed. But the Lord didn't appoint the Christian church. You understand? The Lord didn't appoint the church.
Unto him ye shall hearken.
Unto him. You're supposed to listen to him. Everybody not supposed to have their own separate leader. There's not supposed to be 100 different leaders. Everybody choose whichever way and whichever belief and what that. Everybody ain't supposed to have their own. That's wrong. It's not supposed to be the Bureau of Indian Affairs leading the Gadites. That's wrong. The Bureau of Indian Affairs is not supposed to lead Gad. And then the NAACP leads Judah. And then the Al Sharpton and the Congressional Black Caucus leads over here. And the Coalition of West Indian so-and-so leads over here, over the Benjamites. And the Mexican American and the Chicano Foundation leads Isupk over here. And then the Seminole Foundation leads Reuben down here. And then the Gullah Geechee Confederation leads over here. And the Apache leads over here. Give me Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Nobody is appointed to lead our people. Commander General Yohana is the one singular man that God Almighty in heaven, who sits on the throne, and his son Yahweh Shai, who sits next to him, who is our king. That is who the Lord put in charge on the planet Earth. And there is one body that all of our tribes are supposed to be plugged into and funneling all of their resources, all of their hope, all of their needs, all of their problems, all of our counseling, all of that is supposed to be funneled to where the men of God are. When you try to go somewhere else, you run into child molesters. You try to go somewhere else, you run into gang leaders looking for recruits. You run into drug smugglers in the cartel. You run into wizards and witches trying to put a spell on you, trying to tell you that you're blessed, even though everything is destroyed around you. You understand? The Lord didn't make life to be this way. That's not how God set things up. You understand? Shalom, Trisha Bergatha. What you holding?
Shalom,
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
All right. Zephaniah 2 and 1. What did the Lord say?
Gather yourselves together.
All blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are supposed to be gathered together. If you are in the state of Virginia, you are supposed to be gathered together to the ISUPK in Virginia. If you in the state of South Carolina, you're supposed to be gathered to ISUPK South Carolina. You understand? There's a program that God has that we have to get connected to, that we got to plug into, that we being hunted. You understand? Some sister on the internet right now. See, there's an ISUPK school in Georgia. In Atlanta, there's a UPK school. You won't be on this Atlanta page on Facebook saying, we living off SSI, we getting evicted in 3 days. Can anybody help me? Can anybody house me? You understand? That's a result of voting for your leaders. Mama, grandmama, big mama, everybody choosing who sounds good. That's wrong. If you were in the ISUPK, you and your daughter would not be facing eviction in Atlanta. This problem would have got solved and dealt with months before it came to this. That's why the Lord appointed leaders. That's why they're camp leaders. For all you nuts listening to fake Israelites telling you that you don't have to be in a camp, that's how you get the Lord's protection where you are. You don't understand the Bible. You've been listening to Christians masquerading as Israelites just for them to tell you decade later that they've been cosplaying as Israelites. And you thinking you taking it serious. He taking it as a goddamn joke, following him, thinking that you serving God. We warned you. We warned you out of love and brotherhood, and we're still warning you. There's a lot more terrible things you get ready to find out about your fake Israelite group and your church and your mosque and your imam that we've been trying to tell you for decades. Before World War III, nuclear war, civil war, race war, and the goddamn ICE slave catchers are loose on the street snatching people up based on your skin color and your accent. We've been warning our people, and our people largely have ignored the warnings that the Lord has sent out. And now we 4th and 1. You understand? We 4th and goal now. And you ain't showed up for all the training that you're supposed to get. They snatching up kids. They invading other countries. Goddamn ICE invading other countries now. They in Italy. Immigration Customs Enforcement is in Italy. You understand? They just smuggled Marines into Norway on a New England Patriots jet. They thinking the Patriots is coming to Norway. Like, what the hell is Tom Brady and them doing here? And who comes out? Judge Dredd, Sergeant Slaughter. You understand? Goddamn Duke and Snake Eyes and Roadblock. Goddamn Marines show up. Time running out on this place, man. Keep going, Yaquab.
Yay.
Yay.
Gather together.
That's it? That's the end of that? The Lord said, yes, gather together. Matazah, give me Judah and Israel oppressed together, 50 and 33. Should be Jeremiah or Isaiah 1, 50 and 33. And you give me Yaquab, hold Isaiah 42 and 22. That's right, McQuarrie, y'all. A goddamn G.I. Joe. Show up. Sergeant Slaughter. Show up. Coming out the New England Patriots jet. You're not crafty enough to battle the devil. Satan gave the white man his power. His power comes straight from Satan. You're not going to beat Satan in a fight over who got the best evil. You understand? You're going to have to turn and serve God. All right? Let's see. Marines. See if I can get this story for you. Marines. Let's see. Marines flew to Norway on the New England Patriots jet. Let me pull this story just so that y'all can see this. This is how diabolical the oppressor is. He snuck his killing force. He done snuck his killing force into somebody else's country. They're not supposed to be there, mind you. They're not supposed to be there. They don't have permission to bring the Marines into Norway. The rest of Europe is sending troops into Denmark so that they can prepare to fight because Donald Trump told them we're going to invade and take Greenland. And they said, if we see one troop, we store it. Let me know if y'all seeing it. I don't see it. Y'all seeing it? Y'all not seeing it?
La, sir.
La, sir.
I don't see it at all. I'm looking at it. I see it here. Shared screen. Okay.
We can see it now, sir.
There we go. Y'all see this here?
Come on,
All
sir.
these damn
Come
pop-ups.
on.
Stupid damn pop-ups. Hate these goddamn pop-ups. See this here? This is a New England Patriots jet. And who hops out? The devil dog. Tom Brady ain't in sight. Goddamn devil dogs show up. Why are they there? A week before the New England Patriots clinched the AFC Championship and a spot in this year's Super Bowl, Marines from the 2nd Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division were flying internationally on one of the team's NFL's private jets. You understand? Cold weather operations, the Marine Corps forcing. You understand? Norwegian cold NATO exercise. More than 25,000 service members from a dozen states as tensions remain high after the U.S. threat of taking over Greenland, a fellow member of NATO in Denmark. You understand? They sent troops autonomously, semi-autonomous territory, with Danish forces being given orders to be prepared to fight if the situation warranted. Do you understand this? They are in the Arctic doing an exercise. I want to see if I could zoom in so that you can see what I just read. They are doing an exercise at the Joint Elite Killers Warforce meeting in the Arctic. Goddamn advertisements, man. I'm so sick of this. We'll be just a moment. That's why I can't nothing get done. Stupid advertisements. Right here. NATO is getting orders saying, all right, y'all, if you see any C-130s, you see they're going to invade. What's going on? So the scriptures say, a house divided cannot stand. Esau is for sure divided. That's why the Lord said it's time for us to gather ourselves together. Esau getting ready to fight it out in good white man fashion. They getting ready to fight it out for the world. Because I read that scripture you got.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Most High of hosts.
The God of all things living, the God of power, of army. Go ahead.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Wait a minute. Hold up now. That and means something. You can't just roll through that and. That and is stop sign. The yellow light. The children of Israel, so-called Latinos, Native Americans. At one time, we've been divided politically. We're a northern and a southern kingdom. And we are still to this day divided, and it must end. The children of Israel, so-called Latinos and Native Americans. And who else?
And the children of Judah.
And the children of Judah, so-called Negroes, so-called Haitians, so-called West Indians, the children of Israel, and the children of Judah. No sweat, brother Thawad. What about us? What was going on with Israel and Judah? Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans.
We're oppressed together.
There you go. Together. We under this same oppression. Latinos didn't understand what it was to have the police hunting them, looking at you because of your skin color. Certain cities they understood, but largely Latinos didn't understand what it was. They figured, why don't you just cooperate? Why don't you just, they say, put your hands up, just put your hands up. Why don't you just freeze? Why don't you just comply? And now you finding out. Guess what, Latinos? They don't give a damn if you comply or not. They don't give a damn if you're not a criminal. They don't care if you comply. They don't care if you got your license and registration. They don't care about your paperwork. They don't care if you're legal. They want to hurt you. They want to hit you. They want to cause harm. They despise the fact that we are alive, that we have families, that we live, that we have children and wives, that we succeed as they step on us and we are able to breathe. That's why he put that Derek Chauvin bastard put his knee on George Floyd's throat for 10 goddamn minutes as those other two cops sat on his legs and sat on his back as he's pinned down. He had to put his knee in George Floyd's throat. You understand? He had to, because George Floyd was still alive and it bothered him that he was able to live. He hated that fact that George Floyd got to live. You understand? That Latinos get to live, that they can have families when the white man struggles making babies because he's infertile. And his white woman is infertile. And they have problems making kids. That blacks, Latinos, and Haitians and Native Americans don't have that problem. You understand? And he's jealous that your woman is better, that she's a much better woman, that your man is a much better man, that he can fix and climb up a roof, carry the damn roof off the ground up a ladder and put the roof on the roof. And he's jealous. You understand? And he hated. Right. The Lord said the other birds are against you. It doesn't matter if you experienced it. The problem is you've been listening to preachers, and preachers taught Hispanics that they were separate from black people. And black people have been listening to preachers, and preachers taught black people that we were the same as Africans. And Africans came to America and got rich, and they did nothing for black people. They didn't thank black people. They hated black people. They despised black people. They took black people's jobs and positioned themselves to block black people out of our careers that we cultivated in America while they were on dirt floors and mud huts in the damn jungle in Uganda and Rwanda. You understand? While they had nothing in their country before their British citizenship allowed them to leave Ethiopia and come to Jamaica, where they could eat every day and have clean water and not have to fight the Eritreans to get water. You understand? They got to live a wonderful life on our back at our expense. And the Lord told us we should have been gathered together. It says, Salakia, if all Israel, why separate Judah? That's a good question. Israel and Judah was separated because King Solomon had sex. He married heathen women in Kings, the 11th chapter, 1 Kings, the 11th chapter. He started to marry heathen women. Pull that real quick. It should be, what is it? 1st or 2nd Kings. I think it's 17 or 11. It's right at the beginning. Get that, Matazar.
Come on, sir.
Tell them where it is, Raj. I think it's either 17 or 11 right at the beginning. I think it's 11.
Salaki, sir, I have it.
Go ahead, please.
This is 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women.
He loved strange women. King Solomon was super rich, super powerful, and he did what most super rich, super powerful men do. A grave mistake. He went and got strange woman. You know what a strange woman is? A woman that's strange is a woman that's not like your mother and your aunts. She's a strange woman. This woman here, you understand, she's a strange woman. She's not trying to get her feet together. She's stomping her feet through the jungle, barefoot. This is a damn strange woman. You understand? The strange woman. She's not trying to smell good every day. The Moabite woman don't give a damn how she smell every day. The East Indian woman bathed in cow's feces. They don't care how they women smell in India. They don't care how they smell. All of this beauty tips and beauty, that's for niggas. That's not for them. They ain't trying to be beautiful in China. Every one of them Chinese women look just like the last one you saw. They all look exactly the same. All of this beauty and that, they selling that to JD Vance. That's what the damn eyeliner and the mascara is for. Goddamn JD Vance. So he looked less like the damn Undertaker. That's who it's for. It's not for them. They ain't trying to all smell good every day. They're not trying to get different color bonnets and get their hair done and braided one day and puffs the next day, afro the next day, smell like honey and mango and shea butter and cinnamon. They ain't trying to smell good. They don't give a damn about smelling good. That's our customs. You understand? That's us. A strange woman don't wash her chicken before she cook it. That's a strange woman. You understand? You might not speak Spanish, but I tell you what, go on YouTube and look up any dish that requires you to cook chicken. You might not understand that, Benjamite sister, but I tell you what you will understand when she pull out that vinegar and that lemon and scrub the hell out that chicken. You'll understand that. You might not understand Maria, but you're going to understand Maria talking. She pull out that pot and you see that chicken sitting in vinegar and lemon getting washed like hell. You understand? A strange woman don't wash the chicken before she cooks. She's strange. A strange woman, you understand? She's not trying to be beautiful and presentable every day. That's not her. You understand? In Africa, they want you to cut your hair off in many of the West Africa, South Africa. They want the little girls and the little boys to look the same. Right. They don't want, have this distraction with you being a girl and into femininity and all of this girl stuff. You understand? They don't want you being a woman, being a girl, being a princess. You're going to be indistinguishable from this boy until school is over. Then you magically supposed to be a girl now, 15 years later. That's a strange woman. You understand? That's strange. They circumcising their women in Africa. They don't know what all a woman's parts is for. That's a strange woman. Strange father, too. That's weird as hell. They don't understand what everything is for. That's strange. You understand? Well, because King Solomon, he loved strange women. That's right. That's right, sister, white woman. You throw water on a woman, she's supposed to get clean. You throw water on a white woman, you smell PetSmart. Something wrong in the process. You understand? As they get caught in the rain, they smell like wet German Shepherd. That's true. It's true. Everybody know it's true. You see what I'm saying? That's a real thing. So yeah, right. That's a strange woman, man. The Lord said you're not supposed to be with a strange woman. That's strange as hell. You understand? A woman not keeping up her hygiene, don't want to be clean. That's a strange woman. She don't want to smell good. That's strange. She's not trying to do her hair. That's a strange woman. You understand? Well, the Lord called her a strange woman. Keep going.
Together with the daughter
and she
of
don't
Pharaoh.
Use a washcloth. That's a strange damn woman.
Oh God!
How the hell you a woman and you don't use a washcloth? That's strange as hell. How you getting clean with no washcloth? How you supposed to scrub yourself clean with no washcloth? You understand? That's a strange damn woman. Salakia, that's enough. Keep going. The daughter of Pharaoh, the African woman. Keep going.
Women of the Moabites.
Come on.
Ammonites.
Moabites, the Chinese woman. The Japanese woman. The Korean woman. A woman that'll pick up something that's still alive and try to eat it. She's going to see a squid, the squid moving. She's going to pick it up and bite it. Damn octopus stabbing her in the face while she trying to eat it. The damn thing's still alive. That's a strange woman. Say, baby, what's for dinner? Oh, dinner ready. You go in the pot. What we got? Wings? What we got? We got steak. What you cook, baby? What you cook? Where the hell is my dog? Where's my dog? She's so hard. Goddamn dog in the pot. You see paws, you see teeth. She said the stew is ready. Said no. They didn't killed and cooked your pit bull. That's a strange woman. Well, the Chinese women eat dog. Like that's real. She really cooked dog. They really eat dog. You understand? That's not no kind of funny talk. That's real. You understand? Keep going.
Edomites.
Edomites. That's a white woman. Crunchy potato salad. You understand? Raisins in your potato salad. All kind of madness. Ready to eat the food. The food's still bleeding. She's just gonna eat it. You preparing food. She got a damn cat on the counter. The food right here. The cat right here. She making the food. The cat over there stick his paw in the bowl. Damn, this nasty. Put it back. She's still cooking on the channel. She ain't swatted the cat. She ain't cussed the cat out. She didn't backhand the cat. She just pretended like the cat's supposed to be on the counter. That's a strange woman. The Black and Latino woman is going to smack their piss out that cat. That cat going to know. You're going to do this one time. This one time I catch you on my counter. You're going to get a beating. You're never going to forget that you don't belong on the counter. And that cat is going to learn. You understand? A strange woman let the dog lick him in the face. She's standing there, the dog licking all in the mouth. Not a black woman. Not the Benjamite woman. Not the Haitian woman. Not Maria. Not Jocelyn. Damn, you don't lick me, goddammit. Dog will mess around and get tossed across the room. You'll be in the cage. Right. You understand? The strange woman just gonna stand there and let the dog lick all in your face. Dog lick his behind, dog lick the privates, dog lick vomit, dog lick everything. Then the dog run up to you and lick you in the face. You just smiling, just laughing, cheesing, having a good time. All the blacks and Latinos is looking, just calling you all kind of names in every language possible because you strange as hell. You understand? To us, you're strange. And that's the point. Keep going.
Zidonians.
Zidonians. Some East and some Arabs from the Middle East. Keep going.
And Hittites.
Hittites, more Africans. Keep going. Give me verse 2.
Verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Most High said unto the children of Israel.
What did the Lord say to the children of Israel about these nations? Keep going.
Ye shall not go into them.
You should not go into them, meaning you are not allowed to go and have sex with them. God said you don't get to have sex with them. God made it very clear, very specific, so you don't have to guess, oh, I didn't know, oops, oh, I wasn't sure. Nope. He made it very clear. Why? Because he's talking to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Somebody has to tell you he got rules. You can't have sex with them. Nope, 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 yes. Nope, 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 yes. Nope, 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 yes. Got to be very specific. God didn't want you to have to guess. He didn't leave it up to chance. Don't want no oopses. Very clear. Keep going.
Neither shall they come in unto you.
Neither should they come in unto you. You aren't allowed to let them have sex with your daughters. You aren't allowed to go and have sex with their daughters. It's very clear. The Bible is not magic. You don't have to be able to sing or dance or moonwalk or do anything that they teach you to do in church to understand the Bible. It's very simple. Keep going.
For surely they will turn away your heart after other gods, Salaki, after their gods.
And this is how we became two separate nations. They will turn away your heart, meaning your soul and spirit will stop serving the Most High. You will now want to please your wife. And she is going to fight to put on what's best for her people, which is to get you and your people to serve her gods, because right now they taking dumps in the drinking water, and our water is crystal clear. They got cholera and famine, and they dying from diarrhea, and we take baths every day, and we don't die from diarrhea. And their village is sick, and our village is we got gold and silver, and they starving, and we raise sheep and coats and food, and we got jewelry, and we strong, and they weak, and they sick. And she say, if I marry him, I could come up with my people. But how can I get them to serve and do what's best for my people? I'll introduce the culture of my people. How? By showing them our gods. He said, baby, what do you want? Oh, it's nothing. It's just, I miss being at home. Well, I'll build whatever you have at home. I'll build it for you here. What do you want? Right. I want this temple. What's this for? Oh, my father and mother, ever since I was a little girl, right around December, we would put up trees and give gifts. Oh, what kind of gifts? Oh, my uncles would make them, and the people in my town and my village. Okay, well, I can get them for you. I'll have the kingdom we'll start to do this. And before you know it, you doing December the 25th celebration for your heathen wife, everybody buying trees from her people, buying gifts for her people, making shrines for Diana. You fighting, trying to get Christmas gifts. You're fighting and arguing with your mother-in-law. They're in the street fighting over toys at the Black Friday celebration to get the best gifts. You done sinned against the Lord, and now her people come up. And then we go down very low while we get to keep their customs. That's what ends up happening. So keep going.
Come on. Solomon clave unto these in love.
He loved these heathen women. You understand? He loved them. Skip me down to verse 6.
Come on, verse 6. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Most High.
He did things that was evil. The Lord saw it and said, this is evil. What did he do that was evil?
And went not fully after the Most High.
He wasn't all the way serving the Lord. He had another God on the side. He's serving the Lord, but you know, we're going to do the Feast of the Dedication, but Christmas is around the corner. We might have to cut the Feast of Dedication short because I got to help my mother-in-law organize this Christmas party. It's from it's from a rib. She just talking about it. She really like it. We got the trees put up in the kingdom. We're going to cut Purim short. You know what? Maybe we don't do Hanukkah this year. Let's not do Hanukkah this year. Let's just we're going to try something new. Let's just try something new. You understand? Oh, we can't do it. We're not going to be able to do it at all because my other wife, she's a Muslim. So we got to get Ramadan ready. For the sky God, we got to do Ramadan too. I'll tell you what. Let's just do a half of the week. We're going to do half a day for what's the thing the Lord want us to do? Do a half a day for Hanukkah. Then we're going to get ready for Christmas and Ramadan. We're going to squeeze them all in. And before you know it, nobody serves the Lord. Everybody's a Muslim and a Christian. We losing the damn kingdom. And here we are. Keep reading.
As did David, his father.
His father messed up too. Wasn't supposed to do that. But the Lord had already sworn an oath to King David that he would give his son the kingdom, so he couldn't take it from Solomon. But Solomon messed up, and the Lord ain't sworn no oath to Solomon. So now he messing up just like his father did. Strange wives, got temples everywhere. The Lord is angry. He furious. Now, verse 11 is with Trooper McQuarriala's question. How did we become Israel and Judah separate? This is how right here. Read 11.
Come on, verse 11. Wherefore the Most High said unto Solomon.
This is what the Lord said unto King Solomon.
For as this is done of thee, Salakia, for as much as this is done of thee.
All this trouble you done caused here, keep going.
And thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes.
You didn't keep my laws or the covenant that I made. I already told everybody what would happen if you broke it. Keep going.
Which I have commanded thee.
I gave you these orders. Everybody took it as a joke. Keep going.
I will surely rend the kingdom from thee.
Rend the kingdom. To rend something means to take it away. At this time, we were all 12 tribes under one leader, one king. That was King Solomon. Before him, it was King David. Before him, it was King Saul. Now, all the 12 tribes are together. From here going forward, we will no longer be the 12 tribes together. We will become a northern kingdom and a southern kingdom. This is the start of what Trooper Macquarie Allah's question is. Keep reading.
And will give it to thy servant.
I don't know what happened. It just been silent.
Slaki, can you hear me now, sir?
I hear you now.
Kanawakan. And will give it to thy servant.
And I'm going to give it to your servant, someone else who is not the lineage of your family line, of your son. He sits on the throne of King David because King David united all 12 tribes together. Christ sits on the throne of King David because King David established us as 12 tribes as one complete united nation, not as 12 separate tribes, independent, showing up here and there, not like that. Now with judges, we got one head. Christ sits on that throne. King Solomon sitting on the throne at this time, he messed up. All right. Now the kingdom will be split. There's going to be a northern kingdom and a southern kingdom. A couple of tribes will stay with Judah, which is Judah or Jerusalem or the Jews. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the Levites who are the priests. Judah, the so-called Afro-Americans, Black Americans, Negro Americans, colored Americans. We got so many damn names. I don't know what we are now. Foundational Black Americans now. Every 15 years, it changes to something different. This is why we must obey the Lord. If you're a Mexican born in Mexico, they call you Mexican. If you're a Mexico born in America, they call you Chicano. If you're in northern Mexico, they call you Norteño. You're southern California, they call you Sureño. All kind of names and codes and gang titles and religious affiliations. You are the tribe of Isupk. That makes it very simple, and we are supposed to be gathered together without all these damn fractions and separations and titles and subgroups and religions. All of that strengthens another race of people. You know who the president of Mexico is right now? A white Jewish woman, Scheinbar. Not Maria, not Jocelyn, not Gloria, not Concepcion, a goddamn white Jewish woman. That's who runs Mexico now. While the cartels of actual Issacharites are chopping up and killing each other, the goddamn Armenian power runs northern Mexico. The Germans is in the other part of northern Mexico. The white Jewish woman runs the whole damn thing, and all of our actual brothers and sisters is fighting and killing each other all throughout the rest of the country. Right. Same thing in El Salvador. MS 13 and 18th Street. Gangs and poverty. And who's in charge now? Goddamn French Montana. Palestinian runs El Salvador. In the middle of the tropics. In Central America, a non-so-called Latino runs all the Latino country. Why? Because we serve other gods. That's why. Because we're Christian. Because we're Muslim. because we prayed to Santeria and Santa Muerte and hoodoo and voodoo and church and Caesar Borgia and Ramadan and the Black Panther and Wakanda and every goddamn thing else. The crystals, the tarot cards, the burning sage, Pokemon, Miss Cleo. We praying to every goddamn thing else just to end up in an ICE detention center.
Right.
With all these damn gods. Just to have some heathen run our country. She ain't even from Mexico. But she's in charge of it. This is what happens. This is what the Lord warned us of. This is why Christ said, don't think that because I'm here, all of the instructions that God told the prophets to tell you are void. I'm here to reinforce what the Lord told them so that you have an opportunity to come back under the Lord's protection. So that was a bit of a sidebar, but this is how we ended up. 2 separate kingdoms. And then, of course, here's what happens when we serve other gods. Give me verse 14.
Verse 14, verse 14. And the Most High stirred up an adversary unto Solomon.
The Lord stirred up. Does anybody know what it means to stir up? Shalom, Kalatazah, Shemagabar, Shemshabragatha, Aimadah, Shebragatha. What does it mean that the Lord stirred up? What does that mean? What's that mean? What does it mean that the Lord stirred them up? What does that mean? All right. All right. What does that mean? Cause a paw. Yala. What's that mean, young man, young brother? What's that mean? What does that mean? The Lord stirred them up. Who knows? Who want to give it a shot? Read that one more time, that first part. Give him a chance to answer. Who want to give it a shot?
Sir. This is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 14. And the Most High stirred up an adversary unto Solomon.
It says the Lord stirred up an adversary. What's that mean, y'all? What does that mean? What, the Lord even talk? What is the scripture talking about?
Salakia, sir. He roused them up. He got them hyped.
Go ahead, Yaquab.
He roused them up. He got them hyped.
He roused them up. If the Lord stirred, that's right, Shemagabar. That's right. The Lord created someone to go against him. That's a good answer, but a little less than that. When it say the Lord stirred them up, he brought an enemy forward. That's right, Devar. He brought an enemy forward. Where was this enemy before the Lord stirred him up? Where were they before? The Lord threw a chair. He threw a chair like in the Boondocks. The Lord created a nigger moment. He threw a chair in the Boondocks. Where was this enemy before? Where were they? They didn't just appear out of nowhere. Where were they? Anybody want to guess?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
They were in their own land. They was at home.
They were in their own land. They were at home. And then one day, you know what happened? Word got sent to them. Word got sent that it's time to go and mess with them. Now, they weren't already in his camp. They were at their home. That's a good guess. They were at their home. The Lord did not send a spirit on them. When they say the Lord stirred them up, the Lord had an angel to go and be an evil spirit on them to come up and beef with the children of Israel. The scriptures say when a man's ways please the Lord, he causeth his enemies to be at peace with him. But King Solomon caused Israel's ways to not please the Lord anymore. And as a result, these enemies came up against us. And that's exactly what happens. If we obeyed the Lord, our enemies would not be stirred up against us. ICE could not be stirred up against us. These other nations could not be stirred up against us. The Somalis could not steal $1 billion of our tax money and COVID relief. They couldn't steal that from us, right, if we served the Lord as a people. If we didn't go to church, if everybody didn't, in the blood of Jesus, if we weren't going to the mosque, smoking weed and cigarettes and getting high, having abortions, eating pork and shrimp and crab and going to church and voting for our leaders, then our enemies could do nothing against us. Nothing. Nothing. But because we disobeyed the Lord, read that scripture again from the top.
Salaki, this is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 14. And the Most High stirred up an adversary unto Solomon.
God sent an enemy. He sent an enemy. He rose up an enemy. You understand? The enemy they were already there, but the Lord rose him up. He stirred him up to want to come and fight against us. Keep going.
Hadad, the Edomite.
Hadad, the Edomite. Esau. Just an enemy, just waiting to be used. That's all. Nothing special about him. The Lord stirred him up. Now we don't have peace. Too much peace. You start marrying heathen women. Too much prosperity. Now you need trouble. You need somebody at your throat. Somebody beating you up at the traffic stop. Somebody snatching you out the car. Somebody punching grandma in the face. Somebody body slamming your son and your daughter. Breaking your jaw. Choking you out. Shooting you in the back. Putting 3 in your face. Why? Because you won't stop eating shrimp. Won't stop eating pork. You like having sex with somebody else's woman. You figure you get to leave your man and go run the streets. You're going to get killed at a traffic stop. You figure you can leave your husband, go be with another man. You're going to see Abuela getting the people's elbow in her jaw on the side of the street. Why? You don't get to leave your husband to see what else is out there. You're going to get snatched out the car and get the people's elbow in your chest. You understand? They're going to be stomping you out on camera. Again, a curse does not come without a cause. This is what really happens. What happens in the spiritual world happens first before you see something physically. You understand? Keep going.
He was of the king's seed in Edom.
He was of the king's seed in Edom. Give me 15. All of this because King Solomon had sex with the wrong women.
Verse 15.
All the Ephraimite sisters, all the Judites, all the Benjamites, everybody. He had to go and find a Chinese, an African, and an Arab woman to have sex with. Now we at war.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 15. For it came to pass.
Right.
When David was in Edom.
Come on with it. It came to pass. David was in Edom. Keep going.
And Joab, the captain of the host, was gone up to bury the slain.
Joab, the captain of the army, David was staying in Edom because we was at war. And then the slain, the brothers that died, Joab went and took them to bury them. Give them a soldier's burial. Honorable fight and died in the war, defending our nation, not defending America. As they traveled and kidnapped and pillaged and robbed and slaughtered and raped and stole and pillaged everywhere. You understand? That's not an honorable burial. Esau and removed Black and Latino soldiers from the damn memorial, nationally and internationally. Off the Smithsonian's page, the World War II memorial in the Netherlands, all of that for nothing. You don't even exist in this white man's empire. After how many decades of civil rights and Martin Luther King worship and we shall overcome and rock the vote and vote or die. 6 months of Donald Trump, all of it's gone. All of it. All your voter rights, all your registered to vote. Are you registered to vote? Difference does that make? Got the goddamn Nazi stormtroopers snatching people out the car, whether you're a citizen or not. What you gonna do? You gonna vote? They getting ready to try to suspend elections anyway. Trump done already said he ain't trying to have no more elections. They done already stood up there and said, listen, if this comes to a primary, we all going to jail. He said most of us in this room going to jail. If the people get a chance to vote, everybody going to jail. All of us going to jail. This is it. They're not gonna pardon us for this. You know, that's why he's swinging for the fences. He don't give a damn. Kidnapping presidents, invading countries, sneaking the Marines in on a football team's jet. Oh man, keep going.
After he had smitten every male in Edom,
he killed every man in Edom, all the Edomite males, the son, the nephew, the brother, the uncle, the cousin, the granddaddy, the daddy, anybody that could make more boys. So eventually they would come to get revenge. He got rid of all of them. That's real war. Not go back and have a diplomatic solution. That's real war. God know how to war in the Bible. You end up fighting great-great-grandson, 70 years later, they overthrow your kingdom. No. There's no men left to make more of these people. That's war. You understand? But this man here, he was still a baby. They missed one. Now, here he come. 38 years later, we back at war with the same damn people. 38 years later, 40 years later. All of this happened. The king of Egypt, Midian, Paran, all these people swelling up and getting together, ready to fight against the nation. Why? Because our king told us to go now and join these other nations of people. This is how we became a northern kingdom and a southern kingdom. This is the story. This was with Trooper McQuarriala's question. The Lord made these enemies. These enemies only have power because we won't obey God. That's the only reason they have power. The only reason. If we obeyed the Lord, they would start to die. They would have heart attacks. They would have strokes. They'd have plagues. There'd be a mysterious disease that only hurts our oppressor. Just like in Egypt. The Lord plagued Egypt, and the locusts came and ate their crops and did not touch our crops. Their water turned into blood and made them sick. We drunk out of the same water on the nigger side of town in Goshen, and our water was sweet and their water was toxic. The Lord is the real power. The problem is we have not separated from them spiritually, and we have not gathered ourselves together to follow the prophet that the Lord rose up and put his words in his mouth. That's Commanding General Yohana. That's what we enticing our people to do. You understand? So that's it on that. All right, Most High in Christ. Give me what you got, Yaquab, the 42 and 22 that you holding. The water Mataza.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
The Lord said, our entire race of people are robbed and spoiled. Our whole race is robbed and spoiled. If you go down to Venezuela, you know who's getting the benefit of all that oil in Venezuela? Not the tribe of Asher. Why would you leave your home in the damn tropics to come up to America? You know how far that walk? There's a place they had to cross called the Darien Gap. I want you to look up the Darien Gap, Mataza. Pull up the Darien Gap, and I want you to pull up Tren de la Muerte. Pull those two things up. This is how you get from South America and Central America to the United States. This is how you get there. Keep reading, Yaquan, until you let me know when you get the Darien Gap.
Colonel Wakan Salaki, sir. I do have it. Do you want me to pull up an image of it?
No, I just want you to read to the class what the Darien Gap is.
Colonel Wakan, sir.
Yeah.
I know what you're looking for. Salaki, give me if I could just give me a couple of seconds. There it is.
Hold on, Yaquan. Get a couple more seconds. Got you. And now, word.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover. And it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends. Because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.
Passover coming. The Lord's Passover coming. Barak atah Yahweh Yahushua. Pay your tithes, pay your Passover fees. Make sure that you pay. Send your money. All right? Most High in Christ. So keep going. You got it now, Darien Gap?
Colonel Wakan, sir, I do.
All right, run it down to him. Tell him what it is. Read it to him.
Colonel Wakan, sir. One of the most inhospitable and dangerous migration routes in the world. The Darien Gap stretches for more than 96 kilometers or 60 miles of rugged terrain, including swamps, rainforests, and mountains. In Panama and Colombia, and is the only possible overland route between South and Central America.
Right. Meaning, this is the only way, the most inhospitable traveling on the planet, damn near, where you have to go through the rainforest. You know what lives in the rainforest of South America? Anacondas, mambas, vipers, damn hippopotamus. Goddamn, what's his name? For the Medellin cartel, he brought hippos to Bolivia and South America. Goddamn hippos out there. Jaguars. You know what a jaguar is? You see a jaguar in the wild, you blinked. You saw a jaguar. You got a glimpse of a jaguar, and you know what happened after that? You woke up as a baby. That's what happens to you when you see a jaguar in the wild. You wake up a baby because you're dead. It kills you. That's what happened. Well, these brothers and sisters left their home in the tropics of South America to travel just to get out of South America. How many miles is that?
60 miles, sir.
60 miles just to get out of the Darien Gap. Now you made it to Panama. You still have to go through Guatemala and El Salvador and Nicaragua and Honduras and all of Mexico on foot. Or you could catch a ride once you get to Honduras. Where? How they catching a ride? Read them the next thing. Give me the Tren de la Muerte. Give me that.
Colonel Wakan, sir.
Give me Tren de la Muerte.
Let me see. Salaki. No, that's not it.
It's 60 miles just to get out of your jungle before you make it to more jungle in Central America. That's not the whole trip. That's just for you to get out of grandma's. Now you made it from grandma's. Now you can start your journey after 60 miles. Why in God's name would a people leave their home where they have the most oil on the planet and their president sells oil to everyone? That's America's enemies. You know why? Because we are a people that is robbed and spoiled. That oil, you know who else has oil? Saudi Arabia. Everybody rich and living wonderful in Saudi Arabia, except for that journalist that they hacked up and put in that suitcase. Not him. But everybody else in Saudi Arabia is living wonderful, except the women and the little girls, because you know, and they're not friendly to little girls and little boys there. Everybody else is living good because oil makes you rich, makes you very rich, unless you're Colombian or Bolivian or Venezuelan. Then the oil makes the president rich and you stay poor indefinitely. That's why other people shouldn't be in charge. You understand? Commander General Yohana should be in charge. Venezuelans wouldn't have to walk 70 miles through the most dangerous stretch of land on planet Earth just to walk another 100,000 something miles to make it to the border of Mexico. They shouldn't have to do that. But this is what the Lord is saying. If without understanding that Christ said that this whole, that I didn't do away with the law or the prophets, you would think and wonder, why don't these people just stay in their country?
Right.
Why are they leaving Jamaica? They on a tropical island. We go to Jamaica for a vacation. Why don't you stay in Jamaica and live a good life in Jamaica? Why don't you stay in Trinidad? Why don't you stay in Mexico? We go to Mexico as a tourist. See the sights and eat delicious food and listen to good music. We have fun in Haiti. Why don't you just stay in Haiti? Why don't you stay in Cuba with your dancing and your food and your music? Why are you coming to the United States? If you are a Christian and you don't know the Bible and you don't know what Christ actually taught, the vanity and arrogance that will be instilled in your brain because of your religion, you won't understand who the Bible is for, what Christ said, and you will dismiss all of the answers to the questions that your soul has.
Right.
And then you'll start to smoke crack. You'll start to shoot heroin. You'll start to pop Percocets. You'll start to take Molly. You'll start drinking your cough syrup. You'll start crushing up your grandmama's pills and put them in your weed. You'll start smoking embalming fluid. You'll start to get high because why not? Life doesn't make sense. I live in this tropical paradise and yet I can't get food to eat. And bananas fall out the sky, but I'm starving. You know what? Where's the crack? Where's the heroin? This can't be life. That's because of Christianity. You understand? Being in the truth is supposed to build a force of people with the Spirit of God on them that have love reserved for all of the problems to donate to our people and to hate our oppressors because God hates them because they did this to us, not to blame the victims for being in a victimized position after a strong man abused you. That's what's happened to our people. You understand? That's why Christ came. That's why when he returns, he's coming back with an army and not a choir. You understand? So keep going. Right. Give me Tren de la Muerte, Mataza.
Colonel Khan, sir. In the scorching heat of the Chihuahuan Desert, a relentless train. Salaki, sir.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Colonel Khan. A relentless train rumbles through the arid countryside, its wheels carving a path of hope, but far from the comfort of a seated carriage. Those taking the 3-day journey do so at great risk, knowing that they may never reach their final destination.
How long is the journey?
Sir? 3 days.
How long is the journey? 3 days.
3 days.
How are they riding this train? 3 days on top of the train. Anybody ever been on the top of a freight train before? This is not the Amtrak. This ain't the Amtrak. This is not the Richmond Highway Express. This is a cargo train carrying coal and rubber, things you put in a train, in a cargo train, the CSX, riding on the top of a train for 3 days. Rain, the heat, all kind of stuff. Keep going.
Colonel Khan, sir, it says, welcome aboard Mexico's El Tren de la Muerte, the train of death.
The name of the train is called the train of death. Why is it called the train of death? Because at any moment you can fall off. You fall off that train going 60, 70 miles an hour, you're dead. That's it. You just fall off. The train don't stop. Nobody knows you're up there. People see you fall. There's nothing they can do. You just fall to your death. That's it. You get your leg caught, your leg get snapped off. Go ahead.
If I could just add a couple more sentences, Baba Kusha.
Yeah, go ahead with it.
Colonel Khan, sir. It says, making its way from the small town of Arriaga in the southern state of Chiapas, it travels some 1,840 miles north through cartel-infested battlegrounds destined for the U.S. southern border.
Right. You hop on a train, and if that train stops, the cartel might snatch you up and force you to be a drug mule. Gangs might snatch you up and force you into prostitution. They might snatch you up and force you to join the gang. They might hop on the train and see your daughter and your wife, split your head open, throw you off the train, take them, and the train keep moving. Where are you? Who knows? Where's the next stop? Who knows? Who's waiting for you there? Who knows? And you do that for 3 days. Why in the world would you leave your home to go and risk your life to get on that train? Because it's better to ride on this train than to stay where you are. That's how terrible life and conditions are. This is why the prophets of God must be in charge and not some damn elected official trying to play politics. You understand? A normal man cannot lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's too delicious to exploit our people because we are a people that are entirely reliant upon God and the Spirit of God and a man with the Spirit of the Lord to rule over us. Otherwise, we will be prey to all the beasts of the field. This is a picture of the Tren de la Muerte. Everybody see this? Everybody give me a one if you see this. This Tren de la Muerte. These are brothers and sisters riding, sitting on top of a cart. You understand? Some cart, it's got bricks, it's got coal, whatever it is, you just hop in there. Hopefully you don't fall off. You understand? You fall off, you might die. You might get your arm caught and the arm get ripped off. You might get your leg caught, leg gets snapped off. You might fall asleep and roll off the train. You fall and end up underneath of the wheels, the train roll over, you keep going. This is another picture here. You know where this is? Anybody know where this is located? Don't know where the hell it is. But if you fall off, your life is over. There's no hospital, no doctor, no 911, no medic, no water station, no fountain. These brothers and sisters are our people. These are the children of God, tribe of Zebulun and Issachar, riding on the roof of a train because the worthless people that rule over them in their country cannot feed them, cannot take care of them, is not responsible enough to rule over the children of God, to protect the children and the sons and daughters of God. and they should not be held in any sort of regard, nor have any sort of power or authority over the children of Israel. But everywhere we are, some different set of leaders rules over the children of God. And as a result, our brothers and sisters who do not follow Commanding General Yohana until our King Christ returns on this earth, they have to ride on top of a train. And no seatbelts up here. And no police, no 911. You with your son, your mother, your daughter, trying to make it up to the United States, anything could happen to you. Anything. Don't know what's happening. Where did you go? Does anybody know? Have you seen him? Have you heard from him? Who knows? Nobody knows. The train moves about 20 miles an hour in some places. Brothers and sisters, hop on and hop off. This is a part of life. While you fix your mouth listening to stupid politicians talking about, why don't you just do this? Why don't you just try the right way? You think if they could live some way without riding on the top of a damn train where thousands of people die every year, you think they would not choose to live a different way other than riding on top of this damn train? Because the white man has been starving Latin America to death since the 60s, since they started the civil wars in Central America with CIA trained and hired death squads and created drug cartels led by the CIA chemists, making coca leaf into cocaine. You understand? Making heroin. Surely if there was a better way to live life, they would choose that way and stay in the tropics other than to come to the United States and be hated. See this here. Brothers and sisters, now, if you grew up a Christian, your pastor will be telling you to love the stupid Kenyans and love Uganda and love Rwanda and love Wakanda and love Ethiopia. Meanwhile, you look at your brother you see every day, you want to know what Manuel taking all the jobs. Why they standing outside of Home Depot? These brothers and sisters, man, the Lord loved them. This brother here don't even have a leg. He don't have a leg. This sister right here don't have a leg look like. This is not even a leg right here. She's riding on the top of a train. I don't know what this leg belongs to. Is this his leg? This brother don't have a leg. You understand? And they riding on top of the train. No bathroom, no showers, no toilet, no sink, no grocery store, no 7-Eleven, nothing. Just praying for mercy and love and kindness once they reach their destination in America, where the other tribes of their people are, where stupid preachers have failed to teach us to prepare for our tribes coming to America. There's no preparation ready for Asher when they came to America, for Manasseh when they came to America, for Levi when they came to America, for Zebulon when they came to America, Shemawan when they came to America, Benjamin when they came to America. Following stupid black civil rights leaders and these dumb politicians, nothing was prepared for our brothers and sisters. Nothing. They fell at the mercy of our oppressors who hate them. This is the fault again. That's not the Latino churches. That's not the money that's donated by the Latino churches. All the famous celebrities, your Oscar De La Hoyas and Cesar Chavez and Bad Bunny and all the brothers and sisters with the landscaping jobs and the construction jobs and the home improvement jobs and the contractors, not all the money that they donate to the church every year. Just the tribe of Judah's church. Just Judah and Benjamin's church. Not Gad's church, not Issachar and Zebulon's church, not the Latter-day Saint, just Judah's church. $11 billion in revenue every year. And brothers and sisters still don't have winter coats to wear every year. Still trying to figure out where we're going to move to after they tear down the projects. Trying to figure out what school our kids going to go to. Who's going to educate us? with $11 billion a year. Our leaders need to be drugged into the street and whipped, like Commander General Yohana been saying for decades. They need to be drugged in the street and whipped. Look at this here. You hit one bump. Anybody ever been on the subway before and that subway car jumped and it jumped like that and you in the car, you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on with the train? Did we hit something? Well, if you on this train here and that train jumped and you slide off and 3-4 brothers fall off at 20 miles an hour and you land on top of your head and roll and crunch, you just going to lay there till you die. There's no help coming. Nobody even know you fell. What was that noise? Nobody even knows. But America has mercy for the Palestinians. It's got love for the, for the white South Africans, for the Ukrainians. Oh, the plight of Ukraine is terrible. Got to love Ukraine. We have to love ourselves. There's no spare love waiting for us. We got to love our damn selves, man. And that's why the Lord told us that we have to gather ourselves together, because we are a nation of people that is not desired. Yaquab, give me that Isaiah 42 and 22 again, please.
Come on, sir. Book of Isaiah 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Robbed and spoiled, meaning as a race of people, our race of people is robbed, meaning the things that's supposed to be for us, someone else has stolen it. Give me a nation that knows not shall eat up all our labors. Matazah in Deuteronomy 28. Find me that in 28. I think it's about 36, 28. Give me that. Keep going, Yaquab.
They are all of them snared in holes.
The Lord said all of us, all of our people are in traps. Whether it's Seventh-day Adventists, whether it's Islam, whether it's Rastafarianism, whether it's Buddhism, gangs, the military, voting, politics, the LGBT, coke, weed, heroin, fentanyl, we all in a damn trap. Working 9 to 5, 6 to 10, all in a trap. You work, you get overtime, they take double the amount of taxes out your check in overtime. You working, trying to earn extra money, they figure this means that they get to take more from you. That's why we need salvation, man. You pay double the taxes. Your reward for working hard is you give away more. That's the reward. Like, this is an evil man that rules over us. Our whole life is supposed to be based around earning our Father's protection so that he can send our King back to free us, not thinking we have salvation while we are still here in the land of our captivity. Our people thought America was salvation because you didn't listen to the tribe of Judah. You didn't listen to Issachar and Gad tell you about how cruel the white man was. You thought if I went to school, got a degree, got a better job, worked harder, made more money, I was accepted. Straightened my hair, talked through my nose, used my business voice, code switch. That meant I was on the team. Nah, the Lord won't ever let us be on the team. He ain't gonna let you be on the team. Keep going.
And they are hid in prison houses.
The Lord said we hid in prison houses. Where are the ICE detention centers? They snatching people up off the street. Where the hell are the ICE detention centers? It's hard enough finding the federal prisons, the state prisons, the local jails, but you can look them up online. Who knows where they taking brothers and sisters? They lost 1,500 kids. They had 20,000 kids show up from Honduras and Guatemala on school buses. And white people met the school buses and threw rocks at them across a whole city. Babies on a bus, 10, 11, 12 years old, that rode on the top of a damn train with no parents for 3 days. And they threw rocks at them. All them babies went missing. Nobody even gave a damn. Talking about I'm blessed. We cursed in this place, man. God wants our people to hate this place. So much so that we look for him for salvation to deliver us from the hand of them that hate us. That's the point. Keep going.
They are for a prey.
The Lord said, everybody look at us like a prey. The same way you look at a chicken. You look at that chicken, what you think when you see that chicken? Do you say, that's my pet? Oh man, I'm gonna have the chicken and play with the chicken in the backyard. I'm gonna throw the ball to the chicken. You don't look at that chicken like you look at your dog. I'm gonna let my chicken out back so it can go use the bathroom and bring the chicken back in the house. You don't love that chicken like that. You see that chicken, what do you think? Oh, that's a 3-piece right there. Legs, I'm gonna chop that up. Might make some chicken feet, depending on how country you are. You understand? So I want to turn that into a stew. Got my good knife. Chop that up. Put the backs in the stew. Fry the thighs up. Make some chicken salad. You understand? You thinking about how you can break that thing down and split it up. That's how the other races of people look at us. How can I break that down? You know, they Muslims over there. So you go ahead over there. You set up that mosque. You're going to get a business over there. Don't worry about it. As soon as you open up, they're going to come. Just make sure you sell wings and steak and cheese. They like rice. Hell, you can sell them Chinese food. They don't give a damn. As soon as you open, like ducks in a row, people flock into your store. You don't even speak the language. All you know is what's on the menu. 30 years in the ghetto, Chinese women still can't talk English. All she knows is what's on the menu and the numbers. You buy salt, pepper, ketchup, sweet tea lemonade mix, $15, 21, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. That's all she know. 30 years of carry out. She still don't know English. But she know to get in the black neighborhood and set up a carry out because we are a prey to them. They don't look at us the way you would be looked at if you went to their country. They see you. They're like, what is these niggas doing here? Why are y'all here? You gonna play basketball? Okay, when are you leaving? You gonna sing? Okay, how long you gonna be here? Go get out of China. Get out of China. You've been here too long. I Show Speed goes to Algeria. They throwing stuff at him. Oh, he's a famous Negro? Throw it anyway. Get the hell out of Algeria. You understand? Everybody look at us the same way. Keep going.
And none delivereth.
Is that it?
Come on.
Just look at us like a prey. Nobody trying to deliver us but Christ. They don't even think we can be delivered. They're not even concerned with fixing these problems. I watched a video of the Secretary of HUD, of Housing and Urban Development and Human Services, get grilled by members of the committee, and they asked him, and he said, what's the process? He said, we worked through the process democratically and made. He said, no. I'm asking you, have you done the process? What is the process? We did the application, and they said, no. I'm asking you, what is the process? I don't have time to go over the process right now, but you could contact my. He said, no, I don't want to contact your office. We're here right now. I don't think this is the appropriate time. It's my time to ask the damn questions. I'm telling you, this is my question. Answer the question. They sitting up there arguing, show who's smarter, who doing their job and who not. Meanwhile, the whole damn city's starving. They in suits in the Senate floor playing politics, people out on the street starving to death.
That's right.
We was never supposed to buy into this system, thinking that the system is how things get done for us. We were supposed to get any and every crumb that we could get legally and hoard it amongst our people and put up a gate and lock the doors. That's what every other race of people does. Keep going. Is that it on that, Yaquab?
No, sir. It's a couple more lines, sir. For a spoil.
Keep going.
And none saith restore.
Spoil is a specific definition. Every time you go over a word in the Bible, that's a common word. You want to make sure that people understand the definition of words. There are certain key words when you bring it out and read it and you speak that you must define these words. Words like fornication, like salvation, like love. They understand things that are not clear. Everybody thinks they know the definition. Spoil, Gentile, stranger, salvation, love, sin, transgression. There's certain words that require to be broken down because the Christian church has taught our people the opposite, like ruddy and fair and charity. You understand? You'll get more familiar with them over time being in the UPK, but it's very important to break these words down. You understand? A spoil means you go to war, and whatever the loser has after the war, the winner gets to take everything. That's the spoil.
Right.
But everybody looks at us like we're the spoil. Everybody looks, and when they see us, they say, okay, if we leave Ethiopia, we can go over there to where the black people are, and we'll be able to set up businesses.
Right.
I said, what about them? You can't go to Ethiopia and set up a business. They go, oh, you see that? It's a new Mediterranean spot. You can't take you and your mama and your daughter over to the Mediterranean country and set up no damn nigger food business. But they can set up a Mediterranean cuisine in the middle of your neighborhood. You know why? Because you are spoiled. You can't go in no Arab country setting up no damn church. They'll drag you out in the street and whip you, strip you, beat you, eat you, and do everything else. But the Arabs can come in your community and set up a mosque. Because you, the people, that get spoiled. And they do the same thing in Central and South America. They getting all the goods out of Haiti. Haiti having gang wars. Guess who's in Haiti? France, the UK, Canada, America, stealing minerals and resources for decades. Guess what's happening on the other side of Haiti? Poor black people fighting each other with America's $1,000 military weaponry. Same thing happening in the ghettos all across America. Same thing happening in Central and South America. All the drug cartels got old army guns. That's what they got. M16s, M4s, M1s, tank mounted M2s. That's what they got. United States military weapons that they pass down to give to brothers to shoot each other while they steal the resources and the riches. The Korean car manufacturing factory is in Mexico. They got plenty of them in Mexico. Why? Because we are a spoil that everyone gets to come and eat off of us. You understand? Keep going.
And none saith.
Nobody says this. Keep going.
Restore.
Nobody says restore them. Nobody says make these people whole. They talked about restoring Ethiopia. Ethiopia had a civil war. They gave the Eritreans their own country. You know why? Because they wanted to restore them after their war, after they got slaughtered by the Ethiopians, by the Tigray and the Amharics. They slaughtered them, so they gave them their own country. North and South Sudan, the Arabs in the north were slaughtering the Africans, so they made their own country in South Sudan so that they could restore them. Tibet in China, they wanted to restore Tibet. Taiwan in China, they wanted to restore Taiwan. That's why they got protection from America, and China wants it back. You know why? Because the world said we got to restore them. After America dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Remember the Japanese, you watch all the old anime shows, you see the Japanese, they swordsmen, they fighting, they got code of honor and samurai, they bad fighting, doing Yakuza, all tough on the videos. You see them in real life, what you see? Hello Kitty, K-pop, they look like damn ghosts. They ain't looking like warriors and fighters and strong. They got suits and tie, they malnourished, they ain't got no women, they running, they ain't making no babies. You understand? Their whole society turned upside down. They're like, we got to restore them. We got to restore the Jewish man after the Holocaust. Give him a land in the Middle East after the Balfour Declaration. Everybody on the earth says restore. But when it comes to us, they don't give a damn about restoring the Native Americans. Right. They don't care about restoring the Seminoles. or restoring and protecting the Aztecs. They'll protect a damn turtle and blackfish before they protect Mexicans and Haitians. Right. They'll protect the Bengal tiger and the bald eagle before they protect black babies from being aborted in America. Nobody says to restore us. You got to turn to Christ to restore us. You got to come into UPK. You understand? And when all the blackity black groups that everybody thinks is pro-black people, when their leadership and their groups got the opportunity, the white man handed them some money and they took it. Marcus Garvey, whether he was ignorant or not, he took heroin money. And that heroin drug money is what they used to deport him back to Jamaica. The Nation of Islam, the nation started selling heroin. Okay. Mosque number 12, Mosque number 9, right up in Philly. The Black Mob, the Matthews Brothers, Philly, do for self. You old enough to remember. They took that dope money, never looked back.
Those are dope.
Took money from Muammar Gaddafi. They still talking about comrade after the Russians in the Black Panther Party to this day. All kind of informants and under the table deals. The fake Israelites all took money from the Jewish man. Everybody then sold our people out. You know why? Because we are the prey. The people that you get to eat, slaughter, carve up, turn into a steak dinner, and enjoy yourself with. Nobody say restore. Nobody but the prophets that the Lord set up in the ISUPK. We are the ones saying to restore the children of God. And everyone has been against us, even before you had video footage to tell you what we were saying was the truth. Everyone has been against us. The victim and the victimizer have always been against us because we standing with the Lord. The only difference is this time, everybody else is running out of time. They don't have another empire to push LGBT. They're not going to get another empire to push being a gang member, stealing cars and robbing, having sex with somebody else's women. That's going to lead you to World War III. You're going to die in thermonuclear fire. There is no more empire where you can push white supremacy. All the white supremacy, they can go to war. You understand? The Marines just landed in Norway. The Danes got shoot-on-sight orders. They had made the Nazi stormtroopers, they run in the streets. All them ICE agents you see, them ICE agents are getting ready to get sent to war overseas. And they're going to die. They're going to die terribly. You understand? The Lord is going to repay them. They're going to be paid something terribly. That white skin is not going to protect them from a war with other white people. That ain't going to work. That's why Russia and Ukraine are at war right now. You understand? So with that, what you holding? You holding the scripture, Matazal?
Come on, sir.
What you got?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 33. The fruit of thy land.
The fruit of thy land, meaning what your land produces, all your oil, all your fruits, all your precious fish. They started wars in South America and Central America with the United Fruit Company. The United Fruit Company, where you get your Dole and your Del Monte and your Dole fruit, your fruit juices, all of that from Central and South America. They started civil wars to unalive tens of thousands of the tribe of Zebulon in El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. There would be no MS-13 if not for the white man hiring death squads trained by the United States to go down there and execute the last of the Mayan Empire and all our native brothers down there, man. Keep going.
And all thy labors.
All of our labor, working in the field, picking fruits and vegetables in America, cutting sugar cane, all the agriculture work, all of us building, all the sculpture, the Washington Memorial, the White House, the Lincoln Memorial. Slaves built those things by hand. Our hands built those things. The labors that we've done in this place, they don't care about none of that. Keep going.
shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
A nation that we don't know. Why does it say a nation that thou knowest not? Because we don't know this nation. We still thinking that eventually the white man is going to look at us and see a human being. That's not true.
Right.
Figure eventually one day they're going to say, well, you know, these are humans. They pick our food. They work in the fields. They feed our families. They're people. They want what's best for their families like we want what's best for our families. They're not going to say that. That's not going to be what's in their hearts. You understand? Keep going.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
The Lord said we would only be oppressed and crushed always. That's what's going to happen. We're not here to make it a home for us. We're here so that they can oppress and crush us. That's why when Christ returns, he's going to crush them. That's the only way we get free. You understand? That's all of our tribes living this way. Keep going.
Damn right. Verse 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
Said you'll be mad for what you see. You'll be angry at what you see. Just so that you can understand before they get rid of these images, I want you to be able to see this. When the scripture says the children of Judah and the children of Israel were oppressed together, these are pictures of Latinos picking cotton. Everybody see this here? This little Latino baby? This is a young brother right here. He in a cotton field picking cotton. This is a Latina sister right here. This is Maria right here. Zebulon, Isupk, this is her right here with her baby in the cotton field picking cotton. Right here. Everybody see it? Y'all give me a one. Let me know y'all can see this. Because black people don't actually know history. They be shocked when we tell them that Latinos pick cotton the same way that black people pick cotton in America. Latinos pick cotton in America too. Right in the cotton fields. The same hell that we suffered, they suffered as well. Doing the same slavery we doing. They picking cotton, we picking cotton. They cutting sugar cane, we cutting sugar cane. You see this right here? This is us in the field picking cotton. Right here. You see our babies down here? Our babies down here while we picking cotton? You understand? This is Maria right here in the field with her baby picking cotton. Just like the tribe of Judah. When the Bible says the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, we going through the same hell together. Whatever they do to Latinos, whatever they do to Native Americans, they doing the same thing to the tribe of Judah and all the rest of our tribes. We suffering in this hell together. That's why the Lord said we are supposed to gather ourselves together. We are an entire race of people that is not desired. God said that. Right. Keep going.
Verse 35. The Most High shall smite thee in the knees.
The Lord said you're going to have bad knees. See this here? This is a young sister. This sister's supposed to be in school. She's about 8, 9 years old. She in the field working. Got the same bucket as everybody else. Picking your tomatoes, picking your strawberries, your oranges. She in the field working. She ain't living the dream. She here slaving for this empire. Right. Just for them to turn around and say, you should turn around and come back the right way. You with nothing, supposed to have $10,000 to come the right way. Meanwhile, your aunts and uncles and cousins is here working back-breaking labor for a decade, and you still can't get citizenship. But a Ukrainian come to America, they jump straight in front of the line. No worries, no wait, no social service, no Section 8, no speaking English. They don't have to do none of that. They come straight to the front of the line. See this here? This is back-breaking work. You bend over like this, you damage your back. You ain't supposed to stay bent over like this. These brothers and sisters is getting malnourished, all kind of back problems, foot problems, head problem, neck injury, all of this here filling these grocery stores. I'm glad the 3 of y'all see the image. The other 30 people in the class, I want to know, do you see the image? Give me some ones. The water. All right. Like we oppressed together. Keep going.
And in the legs.
In the legs. Legs is going to be hurting. Backs and knees and legs. That's what it said. Our knees and legs. Bad backs and all of that, man. This is not labor for us. This is labor for our oppressors. You understand? This ain't going to us. This is not to benefit us. These brothers and sisters wearing the same outfit. They're not getting the benefit of all this cotton that's being picked.
That's right.
Keep going.
With a sore botch that cannot be healed.
With pain, with an illness that can't be healed. You just can't seem to get rid of it. Call it a chronic. They have a word for it now, and it's called a chronic illness. God said it's a sore botch that can't be healed. Esau called it a chronic illness. Got a nice name for it. You chronically ill because you're chronically in slavery. You understand? This brother here is an older brother, somebody grandfather. He ain't supposed to be out there carrying a trash bag full of some fruit, cucumbers and stuff here. Brother with a gray beard. His mustache is gray. His hair is gray. This brother not getting the benefit of all that cotton. He dressed up to go to work and sit in an office. He got on a collared shirt. Well, he's in the field sweating. Now how big and how heavy it is to fill up a trash bag with produce. He don't even have a bag. Right. He got a bucket filled from bottom to brim. We in captivity in this place, man. That brother's in hell. All right. Give me 2868.
Come on, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord said we would go into a house of bondage or slavery a second time. This entire empire is a house of slavery. And we're in a house with a whole purpose for being here. Your whole life is bondage. You understand? The Somalis are not in bondage in America. They're not working for that $1 billion that they stole. Their Somali family did not pay billions of dollars in taxes. That's tax money coming out of our checks.
That's right.
Hard-working blacks and Latinos check. That's our money that they got. $1 billion of. They didn't earn that. They didn't work for that. Their family didn't work for it. They didn't work with their blood, sweat, and tears, fighting in the military, fighting for America. We did. We paid for it. And then they get in the mosque and look down at us and say they don't even know their fathers. They go to have sex at club and they make children's, all of them. They don't know who they are. We don't want to be one of them sitting in a church, not in a mud hut, peeing in a hole in an outfield somewhere, because the $1 billion of us without our fathers, you got all of our damn money. That's why when Christ returned, it's going to be a terrible day. It's going to be a terrible day. You thought Judah was on the loose in wickedness in this kingdom. Oh my goodness. When Christ returned, we're going to be playing sock'em bock'em robots with these damn heathen when Christ returned. You understand? You ever played a video game with your little brother and he don't know the moves and you doing all the combos on your little brother? He's getting mad. You gonna let me win, mama? You doing all the moves on your little brother. they're going to catch a serious weight of judgment that the Lord calls.
Yeah, right.
They're going to catch it thoroughly. You understand? Once our King returns. So you understand? That's it on that. The Lord said we would go into a house of bondage. Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The way we were in our homeland when the Lord said this, when he said this in the Middle East, keep going.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We weren't going to see our homeland again. We weren't going to see our homeland. Where we were from in the Middle East, we wouldn't get to see our homeland. Keep going.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
And the Lord said we would be sold unto our enemies for slave men and slave women. That's what the Lord said. We would be sold unto our enemies. And go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
Old Quaker English, no man would free us. No man would free us from our captivity. You understand? So lock it there with me just a moment. No man would free us. That by is Old Quaker English, meaning no man would free us. No man would be able to redeem us until Christ returns.
It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dances, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to isupk.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.
Coming up. All right, Most High in Christ. And with that, we'll pass the class over to Priest. Also, let the Shamar hit the Isupk security announcements. All right. We'll go ahead and end the class there. All right, Mataza, you got it. Okay, never mind. You got it. Shamar. Here we go.
Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 1 year. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 1 year, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Go to isupk.com, click on donations, and follow the directions from there. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. That's going to be the Feast of Purim, March 2nd on a Monday. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, black boots, black shirt, black pants, black headband / war scarf. Sisters cannot be troopers, but if you want to be a sister in the school, come to class with a dress, all right, head covered, ready to learn. That said, men of Israel, we're going to give a courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashim
Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Barakatam.
Yadimata. Sar La'agwafin means turn to the sisters. I imagine to the sisters, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Shema.
Yahweh Shema, done by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yadimata. With that, class dismissed.
Okay, Christ. All right, everybody, make sure that you tune in right here. Lashawan Kodash class every Friday. Make sure that you tune in, learn to read, write, and speak the ancient Hebrew every Saturday. You got the Sabbath service right there at our school. You understand? Make sure that you tune in, pay your Passover fund, pay your tithes. You understand that there's another snowstorm coming. It's supposed to be coming this weekend, certain places from Friday, Saturday. So make sure that you are prepared and ready for whatever's happening. It's supposed to come up from the Carolinas all the way to the Northeast. Cold temperatures and everything. So make sure that you be prepared. Prepare yourselves, your driveways, your ice, your snow, your candles, your batteries, everything there. Make sure that you are prepared. You understand?
It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dancing, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to isupk.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.